Alright, this will be a very quick, simple video on how to open up a new Revit project. So go ahead and open up Revit, go over to Models and say New. You have a choice between a couple different templates here. If you already have a template, you can use the Browse option. You could also create a project template using this new button. Otherwise, typically what we use at Turner is Imperial Architectural Template. Say OK. And this is your default for a typical new blank project. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to link in external Revit models. So what you can do is go to Manage Links, and you can add Revit files, IFCs, CADs, aka DWG files. Probably never use that, point clouds, topography, PDF, images. But for now, we'll start with Revit. So the first thing we want to do is click Add, and you'll navigate to that folder. And for the first model, what you want to do is you want to change the positioning to project base point to project base point whenever you link the first Revit model into your new project. Then click Open. This one's got to upgrade. Sometimes I'm just getting a little error like this. Go ahead and close. This all does not matter because we will actually link in some of these Revit files. So hit close. Alright, so now we have our first Revit file there. Say OK. Doesn't quite pop up, at least not in that initial view. If you, on your keyboard, type in ZA, zoom all, it will zoom all of your windows, whatever windows you have, to the maximum space that is taken up by the model. And what you want to do now is click on the Coordinates tab, still under the Manage tab, click on Coordinates and click Acquire Coordinates, and then just go ahead and click on that model anywhere. And now it says coordinates from this architectural model have been acquired. So now this Revit project knows where it lies coordinate-wise based on this architectural file. So now we can go back to Manage Links. We can click Add. And I think the only other one we need for now is structural. If there's a site, which there is not, unfortunately, in this folder here, if there is a site model, then you can go ahead and add that too, especially if you're doing site logistics. So now down in the positioning, you have the choice. It's preferred that you use shared coordinates, but you probably could use project base point to base point. It kind of depends on who modeled these Revit files. But for now, because we already acquired the coordinates from the architectural file, we can just click shared coordinates and say Open. Alright, now we have our two Revit files linked in. And there it is, popped up right in the perfect spot. And now the last thing you'll want to do for your initial setup of your project is go ahead and go to an elevation view. So in this case, we already have elevation sticking right here. I'm gonna click on the one that is facing the building. I'm just gonna double click on that. Alright, so it gives us a nice elevation from the, this is gonna be the south looking north. Notice how we have a couple overlapping levels. That's because there is an architectural and a structural model here. So let's go ahead and turn off structural by clicking VV, Visibility Graphics, on your keyboard. Go to the Revit Links tab and go ahead and toggle off the structural model. All right, now it looks a little cleaner. So now what we want to do is we want to copy these levels to our project so that this project actually recognizes these as levels as opposed to the standard level 1, level 2 in site. So go to the Collaborate tab, click on Copy Monitor, and select Link. We've got to acquire it from this Revit link. And now we can click the Copy button. And if you select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7A, 7. Now I'm not sure why this one's labeled level 16, but whatever. Go ahead and click Finish. Now, as you can see, if I were to turn off the architectural file, we still have most of our levels. I'm not sure why level 1 and level 2 did not copy over. but you get the point. And the reason this is important is if you are doing any sort of logistics plan specifically inside the building, you can go to the View tab. Here you have the options to create different types of views, but in this case, Plan Views, Floor Plans. And now you can choose from each one of these levels. So I'm just going to click on level 5, for instance, just because it's right in the middle of that list. And here we have a perfect floor plan cut perfectly at level 5. So now we can add whatever markups we need to show logistics planning. And I will get into the markup specifically in the next video.